Good morning, students. Now we have come to the end of this topic, and the last part it is called the parturition and lactation. So, what do you mean by parturition? Parturition is nothing but the completion of pregnancy, that means after 280 days, completion of pregnancy, and the expelling, expelling of the infant or fetus from the uterus is called the parturition. So parturition is nothing but the completion of pregnancy and giving birth of the baby is called the parturition. So 2 marks question. The series of events that expels, it is the child will be expelled, fetus will be expelled from the uterus, suddenly it will not take place. So gradually so many events will be taking place. So series of events that expels the infant or fetus from the uterus is called the labor. Now from the beginning we will be saying throughout the pregnancy, starting from 1 month or 2 months, the uterus undergoes periodic episodes of weak and strong contraction. But actually this is not the labor pain. So from the beginning, whenever the fertilization will be taking place and fetus will be implanted in the uterus will be showing the gradual contraction and weak and strong contractions. These contractions are called the Braxton-Hicks contraction, or it is also called the false labor. But when the child, during parturition, whenever contraction will be taking place, that labor is called contraction is called the true labor. Now we are going to discuss that one. As the pregnancy progresses, the increase in estrogen hormone concentration takes place, promotes the uterine contraction. So due to the stimulation of this hormone estrogen, contraction of the uterus will be taking place. These uterine contractions facilitate molding of the fetus, that means proper position of the fetus and downward movement of the fetus. Molding and down two functions due to the contraction of the uterus, and that will be taking place due to the stimulation of the hormone estrogen. Downward movement of the fetus will be taking place. This descent or downward movement of the fetus causes the dilation of the cervix and the birth canal, that is the vaginal canal. This stimulation will be reaching, that is called the vaginal canal, resulting in neurohormonal reflex, or it is also called fetal ejection reflex, or it is called Ferguson reflex. This initiates the secretion of oxytocin from the neurohypophysis. So whenever this movement of the fetus will be taking place towards the birth canal, leading to the neurohormonal reflex, which is called, all these alternative terms, fetal ejection reflex, or it is also called Ferguson reflex. This initiates the secretion of oxytocin from the neurohypophysis, which in turn bring about the powerful contraction of the uterine muscles, and the expulsion of the fetus or baby takes place through the birth canal. This sequence of events is called the parturition or childbirth. I told the series of events will be taking place. So starting from as the pregnancy progresses, increase of estrogen takes place. Due to the increased concentration of estrogen, the contraction of the uterine muscles takes place, which facilitates the molding and downward movement of the fetus. This descent movement of the fetus causes the dilation of the cervix and the vaginal canal, resulting in neurohumoral reflex, or it is also called the fetal ejection reflex, or it is also called the Ferguson reflex. False labor, it is called Braxton-Hicks contraction. This initiates the secretion of oxytocin. Oxytocin, we know, the hormone which is secreted by neurohypophysis, posterior pituitary, which in turn brings about the powerful contraction of the uterine muscles, leads to the expulsion of the fetus or baby through the vaginal canal, which is called the childbirth or parturition. Now next, relaxin is another hormone secreted by the placenta, already we have told. And the placenta, what is its function? Its function is to relax the joints pelvic joints by the dilation of the cervix. Continued powerful contraction. The amnion, after that what will happen? That is the function of relaxation. Relaxation is the hormone secreted by the placenta, also found in corpus luteum. It promotes parturition. Promotes means it helps in parturition of childbirth by relaxing the pelvic joints and by dilation of the cervix with continued powerful contraction. That is the function. After that what will happen? The amnion, the membrane ruptures and the amniotic fluid flows out through the vagina, followed by the fetus. Next, what is happening? The placenta along with remaining of the umbilical cord, also called afterbirth, is expelled out during delivery, after delivery. Now next one, lactation. Lactation is the production of milk by the mammary glands. The mammary glands show changes during every menstrual cycle, during pregnancy and lactation. Changes take, that already we have discussed. Increased level of estrogen, progesterone and HPL, already we have told. Human placental lactogen towards the end of the pregnancy stimulates the hypothalamus towards the prolactin releasing factors to secrete the prolactin by the anterior pituitary. The anterior pituitary responds by this factor, prolactin releasing factor, by secreting prolactin, which plays a major role in lactogenesis, that means secretion of milk. That is the function of prolactin. Now oxytocin, another oxytocin function causes letdown reflex. The actual ejection of milk from the alveoli, the structure of mammary gland already we have discussed. The actual ejection of milk from the alveoli of the mammary gland, that is the function of oxytocin. During lactation, oxytocin also stimulates the recently emptied uterus. That means after childbirth, uterus will be empty. So oxytocin also stimulates the emptied uterus to contract, helping it to return to pre-pregnancy size, original size. These two functions are controlled by oxytocin and relaxation. Book back question, that's why I am telling here. Now next part, we are going to discuss inside the box also colostrum is there. Afterwards also we are going to discuss colostrum. The mammary glands secrete a yellowish fluid called colostrum during the initial few days after parturition. It has, what are the contents? It has less lactose than milk and almost no fat, but it contains more proteins, vitamin A and minerals. In addition to that, it also rich in IgA antibodies, a type of antibody. This helps to protect the infant's digestive tract against the bacterial infection. Breast milk is ideal food for the infants as it contains all the constituents. So what the constituents I have to? In suitable concentration and is easily digestible. It is fully sufficient till about 6 months. So how many months the child should drink that milk? 6 months age, and all infants must be breastfed by the mother to ensure the growth of the healthy baby. So that is the end of this topic. Now we are going to discuss about the book back question. One more question. Already it has been given. All are correct only whatever has been given. Bold letter words. So 1 mark I am not going to discuss with you. Everything has been discussed. Now we are coming to the 2 marks question. Mention the differences between spermiogenesis and spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis, already we have told, the process of production of sperms. Spermatogenesis. Now we can go to the page number. Spermatogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the sequence of page number 18. Is the sequence of events in the seminiferous tubules of the testes that produce the male gametes, the sperms. That is called the spermatogenesis. Spermiogenesis, now page number 19. Spermiogenesis. The spermatids, from here, the spermatids are transformed into mature spermatozoa by the process. It is called spermiogenesis. Only the definition to be noted. The process by which the spermatozoa the spermatids are transformed into spermatozoa or sperms is called the spermiogenesis. Now next question we are going to discuss, that is called at what stage, that one I will discuss afterwards. Expand the acronyms. FSH already you know, follicle stimulating hormone. LH luteinizing hormone. HCG human, come to the page number here, all these HCG, HPL, that placenta secretes so many hormones. HCG, that is called human chorionic gonadotropins, and HPL, human placental lactogen. These are the acronyms. Expanded: human chorionic gonadotropin, human placental lactogen. All the four hormones already, these two are new for you, but these two are 11th standard question. How is polyspermia avoided in human? Now come to the page number 23. 23 already we have discussed. Start from once fertilization is accomplished, cortical granules form from the cytoplasm of the ovum, form a barrier called the fertilization membrane around the till end. Till here. Okay, thank you children.